Welcome back to Tied Down TV, the punk rock opinion show with me, Geoff.
And Danny.
And a very special guest today, Mr. Simon Kelly.
Yeah, right.
And the dog Sasha.
And Sasha, obviously,
who's the real star of it, really.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for coming on, Si.
Yeah. We'll just go, this ain't going to be like a formal interview. This is more like a chat shit, mess around.
Yeah, some fun questions.
Bit of a fun question.
Bit of knowledge.
Let's pick that brain of Simon Kelly and see and find some fun stuff out. So first off, if you come to Kells, you get the best lemonade in Wallasey, which is...
Well, we don't endorse advertisements, so let's just say...
Well, it's a special recipe, innit? So, but we all know, if you come to Kells, you get the special lemonade. We've prepared a few questions for you. So we're going to hit you with them, alright?
Okay.
What we've done is we've split this interview into 3 sections. We've got 5 questions in each section. We've got true or false. We've got guess the album based on the classic review, right?
Okay.
And then we've got some silly fantasy questions, alright?
Okay.
So we'll start off with true or false, right? Okay. Now, these might be true. Some of them might be red herrings. Some of them might be a bit silly.
Okay.
But some of them also might be... done a little bit of digging with people that me and you know.
Okay.
And to see if these are true or false, alright? So, I'll start off with this one. True or false, while walking through New York City, you were once mistaken for the singer from Maximum Penalty?
False.
It might have been true.
I doubt it. No.
Yeah, that is false. That came from my own brain. That. So yeah.
Okay, right, Dan.
Okay, so true or false? You were once set upon by a gang of old men in a pub where Voorhees were playing a gig. They all thought that the pit was a fight breaking out.
That is very true.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, that was in a one-off venue in Liverpool's pub. I think the Roscoe Arms, round the corner from what's it called? What's it called? The pizza place?
Monroe?
No, the pizza place now. The Outpost.
Yeah.
On the corner there was an old pub called Roscoe, and some friends of ours put Voorhees on, and they had to move the pool table up the thing. It was like an old man's pub. And when he started playing, the whole place erupted. And there's people jumping around, and I remember walking back after getting jumped on, and some guy grabs me shoulder and pulls me back, and somehow far about 90 going, out you go, son. And I'm going, what are you doing over there? He's going, hey, Cal. And they go, no, it's alright, it's alright, they're just dancing, it's alright. And I was like, just laughing. But yeah, that's true.
That is true. What year would that have been, would you say?
I'd say that is about 2001.
So how did that die down then? Because there's a few, if you talk about a Voorhees gig, I reckon there's a few few characters there that would have welcomed a bit of a tear up. So
yeah,
how did that die down if a bunch of old fellas jumped on everyone?
Well, the main protagonist, who was moshing, who actually jumped on me and broke me watch, was Robbie Cox.
Right.
Or Robbie Brookside, or Robbie Wildcat, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So he was jumping about, laughing at us, and just all of the heads at the time were just all having a laugh, and it was just funny, and
yeah.
I think the band thought it was funny, and Lecky was laughing and pointing, and I don't know.
What year was that about?
About 2001.
Fuck, so Robbie Brookside, he was already like wrestling by then, wasn't he? He was established by then.
Yeah,
and he was still going to shows then, was he?
He was still going to shows, buying records.
Yeah.
I think he lives in Florida now, and he teaches.
Yeah, he works for WWE. He's like a trainer, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, but he's still. I think he's still, from what I gather, off podcasts I've heard him with that guy that fucked up, Damien.
Yeah, Damien. Yeah.
He's had 2, and he's still so into it, so into his music. So
Nice.
Yeah, nice one, like Robbie. I haven't seen him for a long time, but he's one of the good ones.
There was a good like 5-part like little video diaries he did when he was training to do the wrestling, and he does mention about going to shows and stuff, and it was dead interesting. It was on YouTube, like a 5-parter.
I've never seen that, to be fair.
Nah, it's good, man. Yeah, anyone who doesn't know, Robbie Brookside, obviously punk and went on to be in WWE and WCW and stuff like that, and he partnered with William Regal
Oh,
He was his tag team partner, yeah.
And that's
I remember him as a wrestler, I didn't know.
And he's a good friend of Regal because he come from Blackpool, so he was he's good pals with him. He used to talk about him, so he was sound and that. So cool.
Is that my turn now?
Yeah.
So, this is a good one. This is a good Kelly fact. This one. Right, true or false? You once took choke from Slapshot to a Tranmere Rovers game.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true.
What did he make of the quality of the lower standard footy?
Well, it was actually an FA Cup game, Danny.
Oh, was it?
And I think it was the 4th round, and it was the old Tranmere ground when you still had the cop end was open.
Yeah.
So we were standing in the cop end, and it was just, he liked it because of the atmosphere, and everyone was shouting and singing, and we played Queen's Park Rangers that day, and we got beat. And there you go.
Would that been in the days of John Aldridge and Pat Nevin and people like that? Would have been old before that?
Around that time it was.
Was it?
Yeah, time. It was the time when we were like the old First Division trying to get into the Premiership. We didn't quite make it, but it was cool. He enjoyed it. Like he liked the pie from the cellar, pie and stuff.
He's a United fan, isn't he?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. So how did that start with you and Choke? Because everyone knows you've got a friendship with Choke. How the fuck did you first meet Choke?
First met him obviously when Slapshot first come over in '91, and just used to speak to him and chat with him and that, sound and all like that. And then about 8 months later, gets a phone call off Lecky saying, "Choke's over, Jack's coming over. Any chance you can meet him in Manchester? He wants to go to Manchester United to go to the ground and stuff and get a shirt and this." I said, "All right then." So me and my mate Pierce got the train down, sorted out the time, met him. Chatting with him, and we took him to Old Trafford, and he went and bought I tell you when it was when they used to have the shirt with the lace in it.
Yeah.
Early
90s, innit?
Or maybe on 92.
Yeah.
And then he just came and stayed at ours, and stayed with my mum and dad at the time because I lived at home still. So he stayed at ours, went to Chippy. On the estate, and went to this nightclub on that indie night and Lecky and that all come over, and there was a big indie night in Birkenhead. And he had a laugh. He enjoyed that. Like he said, he had a laugh. And then went on the Saturday went to football.
That's fucking cool. There's a little sub question to this though that I'm still in a grey area whether this is true or false. Is it true or false that he phoned you in a panic when Eric Cantona retired?
I can definitely confirm no.
That didn't happen.
No.
See, I've heard from someone that happened, that you got that call, but you have told me in the past that was false. I was just confirming that that's definitely false.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that come from, but I've heard from someone who is close to me and you that he phoned you going, "Eric Cantona's retired." Well, no,
but that person had done that.
That?
Yeah, sort of like that. No, it didn't happen like that.
No,
it was that.
He just said, "Hey man, hey man."
You got some bad sources down.
Alright then, fair enough.
It's alright.
Alright, that's your turn now.
Okay, so true or false?
Okay.
You designed and created the now famous straight edge Can't Beat the Feeling Coca-Cola t-shirt.
I didn't design it. I came up with the idea for it.
Okay, so half true.
So yeah, it's kind of I had an idea 2 years ago. Make a straight edge shirt that looked like the Coca-Cola logo, because the Coca-Cola logo's so thingy, just everyone knows it. And turn the Coca-Cola into straight edge and put "Come and Beat the Feeling" on a white print on a red shirt. And we got a friend of ours used to do all t-shirts for all the bands, Liverpool, and used to do bootleg shirts, but you shouldn't really say that. But bands you couldn't get. So I said to Ashton, "Could you do a thing for this?" And he started laughing and went, "Okay, I'll have a go." And he'd done this drawing and he showed me. I was like, wow. And me and my mate Billzo were like, yeah, let's do it. So we got some made, and then we sold them. Must have sold maybe 40, 50 of these shirts, just to people we knew in the UK mainly. And then made some more and sold some more. And then we made grey ones with instead of having Diet Coca-Cola, we had Die straight edge.
Okay.
So it's like a silver grey shirt.
Yeah.
And then went to Germany. Went over to Germany on a road trip with some friends, and we took a load of shirts to Germany. Went to Berlin, outside of I think it was Slapshot and Sickle actually. He was playing Berlin, this like a benefit show, and we drove there and we had all these t-shirts and people were buying them, and they had ciggies in the gobs. Oh, I like straight edge. Oh yes, we like straight edge. Straight edge shirts. I got straight edge, and there's the ciggy in his mouth. I'm like, knock yourself out, mate. If you want to buy, you wear, you do what you want with it. Wear on your head, do whatever you want. So I'm cool. So sold a load of them, and then I think a lad I know, lad called Nick Royals, he was in Crack Up Skulls. He used to do a label, and he has to use a shirt and put his label shorthand on the arm, and they got made some shirts, and then I think that was the last I saw of it. And then a few years later, looking in like mail order catalogues, people are printing them up in America and stuff, in Europe and stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
So you came up with the idea and you got it designed, basically. That's what happened.
By a mate of ours called Al, so he done that. He done the hard work. We just went, can you do this? He was like, laughed and went, go on then. Come out good. That's
obviously in the hardcore punk world a really famous shirt. Become a really famous shirt.
I think even outside of that, because there's a band, I'm not going to mention them, but there's a band whose video was massive at one point, and the singer was wearing that t-shirt. It's the first time I'd ever seen it. And it may even have been before. It's definitely before I'd ever really gone to a hardcore show. I'd probably been to see a few punk bands at the Academy or whatever. So I didn't know how like popular the culture as well. But I knew that obviously the iconic Coca-Cola logo, and and when you told me that you kind of had a hand in it, like that was quite okay.
But also, not long after all that, kind of mid-90s, a lot of people started doing like t-shirts like vegan, but it was like Pepsi logo. And Gatorade had straight edge ones as well. So I don't know if that can maybe influence it. Maybe
I would think so.
So, but it just took off from there. So that's like
cool.
That's another really good Kelly fact.
It's an interesting fact.
This is one I got today while fishing amongst some of our mutual friends. Is this true or false? You once wanted to start a band called Suckany Violence Crew.
Saucony Violence Crew.
Well, he told me it's wrong, innit? Fucking hell, he told me it wrong. Are you sure?
It's Saucony Violence Crew.
Right, okay.
And it was just a laugh. Just I wore Sauconys and they were cheap and TK Maxx, and we wear Sauconys. So we should start a thing called the Saucony Violence Crew, just as a laugh. Nothing real, but you know. If you want to start a band called Saucony Violence Crew, go ahead and wear your Sauconys and jump in the pit. Go on, do what you want.
Well, I have to say, this person who gave me this fact did say he thought it was a very good name. So there you go.
Well, there you go.
Thank you. Score, isn't it? Right. That's the true or false.
Is that true or false done?
Yeah.
All right.
So, on the album.
So we're on the album. Right, so on this section, Si has to guess what album we are talking about based on a classic review from when it came out. Now, these are all 80s hardcore albums, and none of them are too obscure, all right? None of them are too obscure.
Okay.
So I'm going to start. I'm going to read out this bit of a review. You have to guess what the album is, but if you just give me the band, that's a point.
Okay.
Right, so here's the first album. The 1982 debut rapidly became a legendary effort in US punk, with the band embracing a costume effort that might have given Kiss a pause, and the horror movie nightmares they come across like on the cover.
We got to be the Misfits, haven't we? Walk Among Us.
There you go. Bing.
Nice.
There you go. That's one out of one.
Okay. So, the album undoubtedly remains the ultimate document of the early New York hardcore scene, with enough energy and rage to elevate them to an entirely new level of primitive aggression that was previously unheard on their classic EP.
And Lost the Front, Victim in Pain.
Oh,
right,
two and two. Fucking hell, this is good. Right, so, maybe a little bit trickier.
Okay.
The title track addresses the concern that seemed to be on every hardcore kid's mind at the time, the horrors of cigarette smoke. Leave your odour on my clothes, the singer shouts, who is also out of sorts because some second-hand smoker failed to ask permission before lighting up.
That's got to be SSD, Get It Away 12 inch.
Oh my, he's doing good.
He's on fire.
There you go.
Alright. Grindcore and crust punk are clearly audible, not to mention the speed and aggression of thrash metal. The band formed at the height of punk in 1977, and although they were influenced like everyone was by the Sex Pistols, this album seems to owe more to the sound of Motorhead than the Pistols.
Would that be Discharge?
Oh.
Peeing off an album.
Oh, he's got 5 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Oh.
I've got one.
Oh, you've got one more.
I should have gone first there, you see.
There you go.
Alright, here we go.
You're messing with me now, aren't you?
I know, yeah. We're trying to, because you're doing so well, we're trying to throw a little spanner in the way.
Oh, right.
So you're off the game. All the songs for this album were already written before the singer joined in '81. But his delivery was so convincing, it was hard to believe he didn't tear the lyrics from his own tortured soul. His biggest challenge had to be putting his own twist on these already well-worn tunes.
Sounds like Croag's Age of Quarrel.
Oh, he's got it wrong. He's got one wrong.
No.
That one was Damaged by Black Flag.
Okay.
I thought that was the easiest one, Kel.
But I was thinking then, because he said join the band written before he was, and John Joseph.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
because I get where you're coming from.
Before the Quarrel demo, it's got all the,
So it was Black Flag, Damage album.
We're not editing it. Right, okay, so. Now, these next group of questions are kind of like fantasy questions. Hypothetical, yeah. Right, so. You've got to. This is a psychological evaluation of you now.
Okay.
This is to see what you would do in certain situations, what you would choose to do. Right.
Okay.
You're sat on a park bench on a busy summer's day.
Okay.
All of a sudden, HR sits next to you and whispers the most enlightening thing you've ever heard in your life in your ear. As he gets up to walk away, you notice he has chewing gum stuck on the arse of his trousers. Do you tell him, attracting the attention of passers-by, or do you let him walk away?
I think if he's that enlightened that he can walk around with Chewy on his arse all day,
So you'd let him walk off?
I'll let him walk off.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Alright. Alright, this one's a little bit more fringy. So, you're on a long-haul flight. Which legendary punk or hardcore figure would you like to be sat next to, dead or alive?
Oh, that's a good
We're
one.
talking like 12-hour flight or something like that.
12-hour
Where
flight,
you know, a long-haul flight where you can
could be.
dig deep and ask all the questions you want to ask.
His missus came up with that one.
Yeah, she did, yeah. Shout out, Dan.
It's a very good question. Wow, I'd love. You know what? Someone who's mysterious and famous. I'd love.
Gigi Allen.
No.
He'd be like throwing shit at you and stuff like
I don't want to do that, mate. Don't we?
Sitting there in a nappy
You
or
know what
something.
someone would be good? Because he never ever talks. You never see interviews with him now. Would be Pushead from Septic Death.
Okay, yeah.
Because you just... Everything he's done, his art, his illustration, all the bands he's done, and the music he's done was great. Imagine picking his brain, and he skated and all that stuff, and you don't know much about the guy.
Yeah.
No,
Do you really?
Yeah,
He's like
Is there anything you'd specifically want to ask him?
Why do you like skulls, Pushead? Because everything's got a skull in it.
Yeah. Skeletons.
Skeletons and skulls. But no, I think Pushead would be good.
Yeah.
Because he's like a bit mysterious and
Yeah,
no one
that's
really...
a good answer.
You don't see anything with him for like years, nothing, so...
Yeah.
And his band was hidden.
Yeah.
You see, there are very few photos or videos of him live, such like that, so that'd be cool.
That's a good shout,
That
yeah.
is
That's
good.
definitely not what I would have thought, to be fair. You'd have picked.
Right. Now, this one, you have to think about it. You go back in time and you get to see the Sex Pistols at the Lesser Free Trade Hall, Manchester in 1976.
Yeah.
You have the time of your life. However, when you return back to the here and now, one thing has changed. Nike windbreakers have been replaced by jumpers tied around your neck, like Paul Weller in the Style Council, as part of a standard hardcore trend. Could you live in that world?
No. Never. And if I want to look like I'm on the cricket ground with a jumper wrapped around my head, no.
So you're not going to see the Sex Pistol, the legendary Sex Pistol gig in the Lesser Free Trade Hall, because you then have to sack off your windbreakers and you'll have to wear jumpers around your neck.
And jumpers with goalposts, mate. That's all it's going to be.
In all fairness, would you do it?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. Fucking yeah.
Just
If I want to look like a fucking Tarquin while on a show, everyone else is looking like a fucking Rupert. I don't give a shit.
fair shout.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. So this one's pretty straightforward, I guess. If you were a boxer, what would your ring walk music be?
My ring walk would be the intro to Age We Gotta Know.
Okay.
That's good.
That is good.
Slow.
It's slow. Yeah.
Build up.
The good thing is, because if you pick something too frantic and you'd be knackered by the time the fight comes along because you'd be so like fucking yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, that's a good choice. That.
I'd like. What would yours be?
It's a good question. Let me think about it. Tales from the Hard Side by Biohazard.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about it. Shit. Fuck.
5.
It'd be Black Flag. It'd be a Black Flag song.
2.
Nervous Breakdown.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, now that's a bad choice, man.
I know,
because now they think he's weak mentally.
Yeah, but that's good. I've thrown him off. I've thrown him off then, haven't I?
Yeah.
Like what was the one you said to me before? What that other famous person said they'd have as theirs? The Benny Hill music.
Yeah.
Because it'd throw them off, man.
That'd be good.
Right. Oh yeah. I came up with this one yesterday. Right.
Wow.
Okay. So you get offered the chance to join the band of your dreams and go on a world tour with them, but with the stipulation that you have to wear a Tommy Cooper style fez on stage at every show, but only you, none of the other members.
Yeah.
You do it.
Oh yeah. Fezzes are cool. I want to bring it back. It never came in, so why don't we bring it?
Fair enough. That's the end of my lobby card questions, at least. So is that all of them done?
Yeah, we're all done.
So okay, last 3 questions. 1, what was the best hardcore show you ever seen in Liverpool?
Best hardcore show seen in Liverpool was MDC at Planet X.
Fucking hell.
And the lineup was international because you had MDC, you had UK was represented by Joyce McKinney Experience, who were good. We had Subverse from Canada, and we had Riven Pigs, who were from I can't remember where they're from, I think Midwest America.
Okay.
And it was just such a mixed lineup, and I've never seen the venue so full. And there's people from Scotland there, and buses, coaches coming down, people from all. And the gig nearly never happened because MDC played London the night before, and they weren't going to come to Liverpool. Okay. So Shane, who was sorting the tour out for them of Manic Ears Records from Bristol, he pleaded with them to, okay, you got to play Liverpool, you got to play Liverpool. Yeah. And basically, I think they jumped the plane up to Liverpool Airport to play, because he said, listen, you've got to play Liverpool, you've got to go. The gig's all set up, there's people expecting you. They happened, and it was so good. I've never seen the Planet X's full, bodies just everywhere, people were diving and people couldn't even get onto the floor. It was that full. It was we're
stuck on top of the crowd.
People on top of the crowd just couldn't move all around the place. It was only I'm not a massive venue for bands to watch, but it was dripping with sweat, and it was.
What year was this?
87.
Wow.
87, yeah. It was a great gig, and it was only £2.50 in.
Fucking hell.
And if I remember, someone complained saying, that's a ridiculous price. Why should I be paying £2.50? And I'm going, there's there's 4 bands on, there's 3 from North America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's weird time, but it was great time. Brilliant.
How many copies of Punch in the Face zine were made?
Only 2 issues were made.
Right, and who was who if someone was to read a Punch in the Face, what interviews were in there? Who did you do?
So I interviewed a band from Holland at the time called Profound, and then there was, who else was in it? I think there was.
Did they have a demo called Dutch Wolfpack, or am I?
Yeah, 7 inch as well. Done 7 inch, and they done that. Members went into other bands after that, and Cold Turkey 7 inch, remember that? So parody straight edge thing.
Yeah.
And they were in it, and who else was in the first one? I can't remember. I think I had a thing about. I can't remember. That's that long ago. But the second issue had a bit of an all-star one. I had Infest.
Yeah.
Sick of It All.
Wow.
A bit about Life's Blood and Born Against. And I think the first issue I did interview with Reason to Believe as well, in California.
Yeah.
So and there's some record reviews and photos and stuff in it. So it was just a type and cut out, paste old school doing like that. So no computers, just typewriter.
How many were made? How many do you reckon still exist?
Oh God.
Have you even got a copy?
I haven't even got a copy. I have an issue, so I couldn't. I don't know. Now and then I get people asking me if I've got a spare issue. I haven't got nothing, so.
How many were printed, do you know?
I think the first one I'd done about 200.
Yeah.
And the second one 300.
Yeah.
So there's nothing left. So there you go.
Yeah. So the last question, as it is the Punk Rock Opinion Show, and everyone gets asked this in the interview. What is your top 5 hardcore 7-inches? You've been dreading this one all day.
I know.
The 5 today.
Today, right?
Because it can change day to day.
Yeah, but you've been dreading this all day, haven't you?
I know. Because it's going to rotate all the time and change and things. But that's a good thing, because someone will say one record and you go. So
today.
So numero uno 7-inch. Well, for me, is Negative Approach 7-inch.
Yeah.
I'd put, oh God, Minor Threat in my eyes.
Amazing.
Just a rager.
Yeah.
Brilliant. God, it's so difficult. You put me on the spot, lads. Last Right's Chunk 7-inch, because that track's amazing. Boston Hardcore's best. Outburst Mouth to Go 7-inch, because it's later 90s, but it's just got so crunchy and so good. Oh God. Antidote 7-inch, I'll Shot Not Kill.
Do you want an honourable mention, because you're thinking of so many?
Oh God, we've got a month. Honourable mentions, there's so many.
Wait, reel them off, we'll let you have a load, go on, reel them off.
Poison Idea, Picky Kings, State 7-inch, oh my God, Gangrene Sold Out 7-inch, Nervous Breakdown, Black Flag, Crucifix 1984.
Oh yeah.
I could go on and on. There's so much good stuff. Ripcord Harvest Hardcore, ATP from the time.
Amazing.
Oh God. And there's like newer stuff now. There's stuff now coming out. Alienator 7-inch.
Yeah, that was
brilliant.
Turned us onto that.
I was like so good. It's just a good. Spy 7-inches.
Yeah, fucking great band.
You know what? Go on. There's so much stuff, old and new. So it's all good.
So actually, I'll just throw this in there then.
Okay.
So I know you keep an ear to the ground with a lot of the newer bands. Give us a few newer bands for people to check out. Who you getting? Who's turned your head most? You're always telling me about new fucking bands, Kel, all the time. So go on.
Right. So obviously that Alienator 7-inch is good. I like that. They got a new one out anyway. So nice kind of early crossover sound, crunchy guitar, like early Agnostic Front sound.
Really good.
The Spy stuff's amazing.
Yeah.
Playing soon. Yeah. Really good. God, to put me on the spot now, and I go blank. Let's have a think. There's so much stuff there. There's so much stuff.
That fucking one that you got me into, where's it gone?
The one with the skinhead.
Lethal, and fucking the one with the skinhead on. What the fuck are they called? Fucking amazing 7-inch. Direct Threat.
Direct Threat's a great EP.
Yeah,
that's a good band, really good band. There's so much coming out. I'm stuck at the moment because you put me on the spot.
Yeah.
But there's so much good stuff coming out. UK, Europe, everywhere else in the world. It's just you're finding new stuff all the time. People sending you Bandcamp links, and you're going, wow, wow. There's so much stuff, and diversity as well, and styles. It's so good, and you know, it's only going to get better. So it's that's like a drop in the ocean. That what I've just had there. But like you say, that one's really good.
How is the state of the Liverpool scene at the minute, in your opinion?
The state of Liverpool, from music and band-wise, is really on the up. It's really.
I think it's really strong at the minute.
There's a lot of bands around Liverpool who are good, like as
there's
well.
There's bands, there's promoters, and there's venues.
Yeah,
you've got the free at the minute, and it's really.
I look forward to it because it's like, you know, there's the venues are there now. There's people coming out. There's young kids there and stuff coming out, checking it all out, and there's like. You know, there's a good little buzz. It's cool. Hopefully it keeps building because we haven't seen this since the days of Thrash Gig. With all the different gigs and mixes.
I've said that before a few times.
It kind of feels like those days again in terms of how many shows are happening.
And it's nice not having to travel all the time to go to gigs. You know what I mean? Because it's nice just to go through the tunnel. 10 minutes from here and you're in Liverpool city centre. So it's nice. It's just nice for that, like, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think we're done. Do you want to close us out as you like to do?
Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell if you want some notifications. Jump on the socials, give us a like and a follow. And we'll see you next time. That's what I say. That's what I do.